My name is Daphny Rose Sanchez. I go by the pronoun she, ella. I'm the Executive Director of Kinetic Communities Consulting, and I'm happy to be here with you.
The first question I'm going to ask you is, what was your first experience with racism?
Growing up in public housing, one of the things that you realize when you go to school is that there is this subpar ideology of who you are. Somehow, if you are raised in the projects, you are less than human, right? It's interesting being an adult now and learning about why there's disinvestment in public housing, that people would look at me and be like, oh, look at this Puerto Rican from the projects. She's going to wind up dropping out of school and having kids. And I'll never forget that, because teachers would tell me that. And I would just sit there thinking, you're supposed to be teaching me and you're supposed to be investing in me to become someone better. But instead, you're just saying you're not worth the time. And I had no idea what the place that I live, the place I was born into, had anything to do with who I am.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's so infuriating, right? Like what people tell children.
I agree. I think that's a good transition into our next question, which is, how do the Black Lives Matter uprisings connect to climate change and environmental injustice?
The Black Lives Matter uprising connect to climate change and environmental injustice because it is the uproar of saying enough is enough. We are human. We deserve to be respected as human beings that have been constantly stepped upon, that have been constantly mistreated, that have been constantly defunded and disinvested on. And in the environmental movement, it is the same thing. So we need, moving forward, to support our communities to live in sustainable environments, to live in affordable environments that are healthy and that can be, that the individuals in that community are able to work together to maintain it. And we need that investment now.
So how do you see New York recovering moving forward?
We really need to have folks that are leading, that live in those buildings, and giving them those tools and saying like, look, I'm here. I live in the projects. I know the struggle. I've had, no kitchen for like 2 months. So I get how much in disrepair our buildings in, but that's why I'm fighting so that we can get the funds to repair our buildings. And it's not only to repair our buildings, it's to make sure that our neighbors are the ones doing those repairs so that they have those long-term skill sets and they can continue repairing everybody else's kitchens in the whole block, every other kitchen in the neighborhood. Like that's the mentality, is really elevating and really supporting our local economy. Our taxpayer dollars have to stay in New York City, helping our Black and brown neighborhoods, so that we can make sure that we are able to build intergenerational wealth and give it to our children. And that's the only way we can get it done.
Mm-hmm. I feel it.